Remember this?
D, E, F, Do, Re, Mi, D, E, F, Do, Re, Mi.
Remember when we did these 3-note patterns? Well, we're going to review these, and then we're going to put it all together and learn how to put these onto the 5-line staff.
Be my echo, please. Do, Re, Mi.
What's that in note names?
D, E, F.
Great job.
What's the first note? Do, Re, Do. D, E, D. What's the first note? Do, Do, Mi, Re. D, F sharp, E.
Ooh, tricky one.
What's the first note? Re, Re, Do, Mi. What's the first note? Not in solfege, what's the note? E, D, F sharp.
And finally up there, I don't know if I can reach. If I stand on my tippy toes, I can.
What's the first note in solfege? Mi, Re, Do. What's the first note in notes? F sharp, E, D.
Great job. What we're going to do now is we're going to take the first 3-note pattern, the Do, Re, Mi, D, E, F sharp pattern, and we're going to put it onto the 5-line staff. So what you need is either a whiteboard and a dry erase marker or a pencil and paper. So first, draw the 5 lines. Now, this one's a little wonky. Now, if you're a cello player, you're going to draw the bass clef. So first you put a dot on the second to top line, and boom. Then there's 2 more dots that go here, I think. Yes, that's right. Okay, you've got your bass clef. Now, how are we going to put D, E, F onto our staff? Remember when we walked on the giant staff? Where did we start? Where was D? Well, we've got 5 lines. And when we start on the 3rd line. So D is on the 3rd line. Draw your oval. D. Now we need to do our E. Do we go up or down. D, E, we go up, okay? So line, space, E is on the, let's see how many spaces there are. We have a 0 space, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 5th space up here. Let's see, is E on the 3rd space? D, E, and now we gotta do our, that's a terrible oval, let me fix that. Now we gotta do our F sharp. So which way do we go? We go D, E, F sharp, we go up. D, E, F sharp, line, space, line. Which line is F sharp on? Sorry, it's drawn so badly. I'm sure you'll do a nicer job. Which line is this one on? The 4th line. Okay, we're gonna erase this because I want this to look so pretty. And now we just need to add our stems, which are these lines, right? They go down. Stem, 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 and then connect them. And look, we have our 3-note pattern on the staff. D, E, F, D, E, F. Don't forget to put the little sharp mark. I didn't do a very good job, but it looks better here. So don't forget that. Behind me, I've written out the entire D major scale for violin and for cello. Do you see any kind of pattern when it comes to whether a note is a space note or a line note? If we look at violin, we got a space note. And for cello, we have a line note. Let's go on. Is this a space or a line? Show me. Space, line, space. Yep, it's a line. What about here? Space or line? Yep, space. Yep, space. Line, the line going through it. Space. Do you see the pattern now? Space, line, space, line, space, line, space, line. Line, space, line, space, line, space, line, space. In the D major scale, when you're going up note by note by note by note, the notes always go in a pattern of space, line, or line, space, space. It's very important to know that. Otherwise, it's not going to be right. Now look at the worksheet that's attached. Make sure you're using the right one. This is the violin worksheet, and this is the cello worksheet. Okay, you can tell it's different because it says violin or cello, and at the bottom, the cello has the bass clef, and the violin has the treble clef. Let's go through the worksheet together. Okay. First, you're going to see that there are the 3-note pattern. So just label the pattern using solfege. What is the first note, second note, and third note? This is all you need. Then label the pattern using notes, D, E, and F. After that, you're going to look at the musical alphabet and fill in the missing notes. So what goes between D and F sharp? Okay, well, we look here. D, F. What's between D and F? E. So E goes here, and then you fill in. Okay, on the other side, you're going to fill in the pattern of whether it's space note or a line note. Fill fill in the pattern, describe the pattern, and then draw in the missing notes. So I took out the E, A and B and C sharp, and you have to remember if those are line notes or space notes, and put them on the correct line or space. If you put them on a random line or a random space, it's not going to be correct. So cello is also missing some notes here. Okay, you know it's a space or a line by the pattern here, right? So D, we know it's a line note. Make sure it's on the correct line note. Flip it over and look. You see that? That D is on which line? It's on the third line. So I'm going to make sure I put my D on the third line here. Draw in that note. Finally, cellos, you're going to fill in your do, re, mi pattern as D, E, F. The D has to be on the third line, and I don't want to spoil the other two, but make sure they're on the correct lines and spaces.